What is going on, Blossom's back, and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. Now I want to start here today at the Gaz Selection or Gaz Collection series, okay? And as you can see, I'm already on schedule with all the tokens and stuff like that. So the prize car ladder, I've already completed the Dodge Challenger. I've already collected the Dodge Challenger along with the Mazda MX-5, and we're on course of getting the Ford Supervan as well as that Citroen C4 WRC. As you can see, I've already received the trophies from, level 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I want to talk about Gaz's collection, my collection of Gaz's collection. What do I have, and what has been useful, what I have upgraded, and what has been useless, cards that I've never touched for those first couple of levels, okay? And the funny thing was, I want to talk about this Caterham, the 7420. So it's a constant reminder of not to upgrade cars before you need them. We knew that Gaz Collection was coming to Top Drives a couple weeks prior to Gaz Collection being in Top Drives and being live, right, in the live game. We knew that there were some cars that were going to be included in the tag, and I did something that I don't usually do, and that is actually upgrade a car before I needed it, There are two stages. The first stage is that you know the tag and you know the cars that are coming. The second stage is you know the tag, then the cars that are coming, and then the cars that you need to use, right? Just because the Caterham 7420 Cup is a car within this tag doesn't mean that it's a car that I specifically need to use. And it's kind of funny because I fully upgraded this thing. It's the first epic that I decided to upgrade for this tag. And it's my second epic in total in this entire tag that I have fully upgraded. The other one being the Ford GT70, which I fully upgraded for not Tri-Series, but daily requirements, daily events. And it just so happens, right? You go into events, you go into events, and you feel like you want to use it, and they just slap your performance tires only. So it was like, I was like excited because I saw that there was a slalom on every single track set. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was like, great, this is perfect for my Caterham. I click the 5 times required thing. Oh, I don't have it. This is why you only upgrade things when you actually really freaking need it, man. But anyway, let's talk about Gaz's collection. Let's talk about what I've used so far. And if you're not, all the way through to the collection, up to, level 5 or chapter 5 or whatever chapter you're stuck on, then hopefully this video might be helpful to tell you what I used and what I did not use. Starting off with the commons, in those first 5 challenges, I barely remember using anything here. I did use a lot of low-end uncommons. I might have used like a Vauxhall Corsa here or there or anything. The main reason, the main takeaway though, is that in those first 5 chapters, I could get away with 4 commons, which is nice because I thought I needed to upgrade a lot because this is a tag that comes with 16 commons, and I thought I was gonna need a lot of things here. But so far, that doesn't seem to be the case. So I've gotten away with 4 so far. There are 2 more chapters coming out tomorrow, so that might change things. But as for the first 5 chapters of this challenge, I got away with 4 commons. Now moving on to the rest of the collection. For the uncommons, I did use a few cars here many times. The Jetta G26 came in handy a lot for me. I used this one quite a bit, and mainly because basically anything performance tires. Anything that was like, because there was a lot of dry, right, in this challenge, and obviously, they like to go reverse psychology because I believe the majority of the uncommons are standard. Let's double check. Car attributes, right? 10 are standard, 3 are performance. But if you go into all cars, 17 are standard, 6 are performance, yeah. And there was so much dry. So I think any car here would help you astronomically. I remember using my Opel Manta GTE a lot. The Ford Escort and the Jetta G26 a lot. Actually, the Opel Manta, I can give you an accurate representation of how many times I used it. So how many times actually is a lot? 32. That's not bad. That's actually a lot. 32 is actually a lot, to be honest. Because I've only owned it for 6 days. I only collected this car because it was Gaz Collection. That's it. I fully upgraded it because it was Gaz. That's it. And yeah, 32. I mean, I don't think 100% were used in Gaz's collection, but a decent amount. Like 32 times in 6 days for a pretty inconsequential uncommon. Like, okay, there you go. So yeah, I use these 3 cars a lot. Ford the Janetta, the Opel Manta, they were all very, very useful. Moving on to the standard tire cars, I recall using the Rover 800 quite a bit. I recalled using the Jaguar XJ6 quite a bit. Basically, if I found myself in a wet situation where it was like fast circuit, it was a pretty decent dragster as well, because when you look at everything here, 6.80 to 60 that the XJ6 provides is about as low as it gets for the standard tire cars within this tag, and then it can compete against performance tire cars. It's the same 0 to 60 as the Opel Manta GT, for example. So I did use the XJ6 a lot, Rover 800. So if you're going into this challenge and you still don't know what to use, what to collect, what to wish list, yeah, I would recommend Rover, XJ6, Opel Manta, anything performance tires. Moving on to the rares, I'll tell you right now, the Rover, not used it once. It's one of those cars where you're just like thinking, oh yeah, it's an off-road niche, you know, like there might be some off-road. I don't know, man. I've not used the Rover once. Actually, I have a lot of rares and I've not used many of them at all. The Mocha, I think, was pretty useful. Yeah, I used it 5 times, 80% win ratio. Owned it for 8 days, so I've used it 5 times in the challenge. Again, I think I only took it out when I encountered like an ocean beach slalom or like a rallycross medium or some kind of hybrid track set. The Mocha was really useful. I've used the Excel a lot. This one I even used in Gaz Collection multiplayer events. The Excel was really useful. Again, anything performance tires, you know, gets a nod. That's about it. I don't even remember using, I don't remember using XJ12. I don't remember using Crafted 30 Touring. I might have used the Focus like once or twice, not sure, because this is a car that I've had for a very long time. The only rare that I collected for Gaz Collection are these two, the Vauxhall Astra. Have I used this at all? 5 races as well. So the Astra and the Mocha, both of them I upgraded for this challenge. I've used them 5 times each. I guess they're not completely useless, which is cool. Mondeo. I think I got a decent amount of use out of the Mondeo as well. Moving on to super rares. Now, super rares, what I recall using a lot were the all-surface tire Rangers. So if I were you, I would consider getting a Ranger, either the Wild Track, the regular one, or the older Wild Track, which is actually better than the newer Wild Track, interestingly enough. Again, this was a car that I fully upgraded just for Gaz's collection. I've only owned it for 5 days, and I've done 15 races, so you know it's gotten a decent amount of use. 15 races, that's 15 levels, right, in a challenge, give or take. Some cars that I've not used once include the Ford Mondeo 2.2. To be fair, I think I did use a decent amount of super rares. Sorry if I'm blowing my nose or wiping my nose or anything like that. Hopefully you're not staring at the face cam. I am I'm actually ill while I'm recording this. The Lagonda Vignale, I've used a couple times. V8 a couple times. Scorpio, not as much as I thought I was going to. But that's a useful car. What is a super freaking useful car though? I think the reason why I've been ignoring the Scorpio is because the Caterham Super 7 exists. Whatever the Scorpio can do, the Caterham will do better. And I've been using the Caterhams for everything. The Jaguar XJRs, not as much as I've been expecting to use out of those cars so far. Moving on to Ultra Rares, again, mix and match. I have almost every single Ultra from this tag fully upgraded. I don't know what have been the most useful ones. Honestly, the Janettas and the Morgans have been probably the most useful ones for me so far. The Janettas, the Morgans, the Caterham 7310. And if I need anything drag related, I'll go with the XKR 175. That's about it. If I need medium ground clearance, I usually either use the Focus ST Mountune or the Jaguar S-Type R. But those are the cars that I would look out for. The cars I can definitely tell you that I've not used once in this challenge: TVR Chimera, Rover Velar, the Morgan Plus 4, the Vauxhall GTC, which I upgraded for this challenge, and yeah, 0 races in 2 days, so there you go. Bentley Mulsanne, all the Aston Martins I didn't really use, so yeah, that's just a nice little benchmark for the first, 5 challenges. We're gonna go into this Gaz Collection event here as well. This is the current hand that I'm planning on using. So again, we're bringing back the XKR 175 and the Caterham 7310. Some of the few Ultras that I said that I was using regularly throughout the challenge. Not only am I using them in the challenges, but also in the challenge multiplayer events. And then we're also bringing in the Rover 216. Again, it's just like if you have performance tires, you just have an advantage. I mean, if you've been playing top drives for a long time, you would know that this is a reoccurring trend that, you know, they're always going to make new tags, and in those new tags there'll be different kinds of tires, standards, all surface, off-road, you name it. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, when it comes down to those multiplayer events and those, you know, single player challenges, the majority of the tracks are going to be dry. Which means that no matter what they do, performance tires are always going to be a little bit more influential than any other tire. Or sometimes slick tires as well, but in this case, they've completely annexed, I think that's the word I'm looking for, slick tires. So, essentially medium and small, again, let's go lose there, win that. We're going to win win that, and yeah, we're good. A decent car to use for this event is that legendary Caterham. That is going to be the best option, I would say, for the slalom, if you are limited to only using gas collection cars. The only issue is, you know, for slalom, you don't win by a lot of points. You win by more points on the drags, most likely. So I don't want to spend a heaping amount of RQ on a track set where there isn't a massive margin of where you can win by points. Still, you know, the accolades of, you know, the majority points, bringing back the most amount of points goes to the drags. That's fully upgraded. Yeah, okay, it is. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. 3.7, 3.4. I got 90 MRA on that bad boy. This thing probably in the 80s, maybe low 80s. That's gonna be a pretty interesting matchup to see who wins that one, actually. Small, yeah, because that's a low ground clearance. Oh dear, my guy's got a low ground clearance Aston Martin on small. Ooh, it's gonna be close. We got it. We got it. 3 RQ more. You know, the Morgan's more expensive. It's got a lower 0 to 60. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 1, 2, and 3. MRA, man. It really kicks in, honestly. It's crazy what MRA can do. I'm actually really interested to see how far this Jaguar can hit above its weight within its niche. 75 to 125. Let's put it up against the Lotus. Let's see if that works out. Oh, that's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? I don't know. I think the Jag is going to win. 75, 125. Yeah, by a long shot. The Jag. It's one of the standouts from this tag. I guarantee you, one of the standouts. If we were limited to just ultra rare Jaguars only, that isn't even the best one, which is crazy. there's a better one that you can use. But yeah, not in this case. I want to see if it can hit any higher. No, Jag's not beating the Radical. Okay, well, we'll leave it here. We already know the outcome of the first race. We already know that the Jag's going to win the 0 to 100 to 0. Actually, it was 0 to 100 last time, right? The 0 to 100 to 0. So this has brakes. And does it have traction control ABS? Yes, it does. This probably has traction control ABS. No traction control, but it has ABS though. So yeah, it should be braking normally. Ooh, what kind of competition am I going up against? A 1-star Caterham. Yeah, I'm not high enough yet, man. I'm not high enough if I'm going up against that. All right, we win those. Thank you very much. 212 to 50. Gotta love the 212, man. W212, baby. Cleared out that, and that's 5. Wow, that's like the fastest I've ever done 5 tickets. That felt so quick. Okay. Carbon fiber up next, as always. Gameplay day, you know, even though this is like a half gameplay day because it's really more of like a, you know, retrospect to the guys collection challenge so far. We got a carbon fiber for you guys to open, so let's see if we get anything good. Like I said, from the gas collection currently, I've gotten 1 epic, 2 ultra rares. This isn't a gas collection carbon fiber, so hopefully we get something better. I don't know, we'll see. Volkswagen Golf, Porsche Panamera. I mean, I'm just coming off that 2 mil 2 legend opening, so I feel like if I get a legend now, it's like I'm too lucky, you know? So bring me back down to earth, humble me, give me like an RQ50. Oh, humble me, bring me down to an RQ50. That's what he said. Oh my god, 2013 Porsche 911 Turbo S. I'm only about, what's the year? We're in 2024? Yeah, I'm only about 6 years too late to this. Oh man, yeah, I could have won the Camaro Z11LE if I had this in my garage for the first time, eh? And this was the last time this car was useful in anything. It was the Porsche 918 finals the first time, I think. I'll take it. That's freaking sick. I cannot wait for Porsche to get revamped because that photo needs to zoom out. Remember when this car used to be RQ30? Remember when that used to be one of the best Porsches in the entire game? Oh my god. Oh wow. That is nice. That oh, I'm waiting for racing objectives to refresh because I'm gonna be one-starring that right away. Yeah, dude, that's sick. I remember the first time when Porsche came to Top Drives. In their first ever, not been revamped, but the first time they were introduced back in 2017, late 2017, the top 3 Porsches in the game, in terms of rarity, the RQ30s back then, was the Porsche 918 Spider, the 911 Turbo S, and the 911 Turbo, right? And yeah, like I said, I'm 6 weeks too late, but I guess I got the OG3 now, right? Because this used to be RQ28 or 29 back in the day, because slick tires used to not have... Slick tires were seen as a disadvantage at the start of Top Drive. So if you had slick tires, you were actually of a lower RQ. But yeah, so that was the top 3. Now that's an OG Porsche, and I'm really glad to get that 2889 compared to 2989. So just a slight difference. I think of this car when I see this car, I think of Kevin, because I know Kevin, he's owned this car for the longest time. I'm really happy with that. I'm ridiculously happy with that. I might not be jumping around because I'm ill. I low-key have a fever right now, but yeah, dude, that is sick. It's one of those cars which honestly failed the test of time. Like, I'm not gonna get a lot of use out of it anymore, but I don't care because I love Porsche. I love Porsche so damn much, and that is a good one to get. That is a really wow. That's nice. In terms of 4-wheel drive stuff, the premier one to get now from a pack would be your 96 911 Turbo S 3.7, the 992. Just handles better, lower 0 to 60, all that kind of stuff. But that Turbo S, that's something else, isn't it? That is something else. What a way to end the video on, guys. Fantastic. Well, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to go and have a rest because I'm ridiculously tired. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, stay safe. Wash your hands. Bless you out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville
Atlantic.
Blonde hair, don't care, look like Leslie Brooks. Pin up girl